I once had a friend who nearly destroyed my future. Not with violence, not with betrayal, but with words. And the worst part? I didn't realize it was happening until 10 years of my life were already gone. His name was Victor, and if you listen closely, you might recognize someone like him in your own life. Victor and I grew up on the same street, same school, same basketball court with the cracked concrete and the bent hoop. We were inseparable. The kind of friends people assume will stay close forever. Victor was clever, funny, the kind of guy who could walk into a room full of strangers and walk out with 10 new friends. Everyone liked Victor. So did I. But Victor had a habit I didn't notice when we were young. He poisoned every dream he touched. When I talked about starting a business one day, Victor laughed. Most businesses fail. When I said I wanted to move to a bigger city, Victor shook his head. People like us don't make it there. When I mentioned investing money, he said, that's how people lose everything. At first, it sounded like advice, concern, reality. But over time, those little comments became something else. Years passed, and without realizing it, I started seeing the world the way Victor did. Every opportunity looked like a trap. Every dream felt unrealistic. Every risk felt stupid. Hope slowly turned into caution. Caution slowly turned into fear. And fear quietly turned into a smaller life. Before I tell you what finally woke me up, let me ask you something. Think about the people you spend the most time with. Do they make you feel bigger or smaller? Because the people around you are either building your future or quietly shrinking it. If this story is making you think of someone, stay with me. The ending might change how you see them forever. I was 32 years old when it happened. I met an old mechanic named Samuel. Samuel had grease on his hands and wisdom in his voice. One afternoon, he asked me a simple question. Why didn't you start that business you always talked about? I told him the truth. It's risky. Samuel looked at me for a long moment. Then he said something I never forgot. Son, that doesn't sound like your voice. That sounds like someone else living inside your head. And suddenly, I knew exactly whose voice it was. Victor's. For 15 years, I had borrowed someone else's fears, someone else's limits, someone else's bitterness, and I was about to build my entire life inside them. That night I realized something painful. Not every friend wants to see you grow. Some people need you to stay small, so they don't feel left behind. Walking away from Victor wasn't easy. We had shared half our lives together. But sometimes the hardest truth in life is this. History with someone doesn't mean they belong in your future. So I slowly created distance. And something strange happened. The world started feeling bigger again. Possibilities came back. Energy came back. Hope came back. I'm 94 years old now. And after meeting thousands of people, I've learned something important. The most dangerous people in your life are rarely the obvious ones. They are the quiet voices that slowly convince you not to try, not to dream, not to risk. They don't destroy your life in one moment. They shrink it inch by inch, year by year. So pay attention to the people closest to you. Ask yourself one simple question. Do they inspire courage? Or do they feed your fear? Because the future you build will look very similar to the voices you listen to. Choose those voices carefully. Your entire life depends on it. If you enjoy stories like this about life, wisdom, and the lessons people learn too late, subscribe to Retire Ready Stories. Because sometimes, one story can save you 10 years of regret.